another episode of Culture Couture Podcast. I'm your host, Shannon Balenciaga. Here on Culture Couture, we're not just talking about fashion. We're dissecting it. We're redefining it. And occasionally, throwing a little shade. Because what's fashion without a little drama? Joining me today are Ink and Niko, some of the sharpest minds and sassiest tongues in the industry. So grab your cowboy hats and boots, boys and girls, because we're now going to spin the block on the rodeo because it's all about Cowboy Carter. Because, baby, we're the couture. So, guys, what do y'all think about Beyonce's new country album? This isn't country. This is the Beyonce album.
Come on now.
So, Ink,
Cowboy Carter. Cowboy Carter. First of all, I was flabbergasted at 27 songs. All right. Thank you for giving us a complete project, Beyonce. I find Cowboy Carter to be probably top 3 albums. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's mixing, mastering the sound, the theatrics of the album. I was just saying yesterday, it feels like I'm listening to the radio. Like you're driving on a long road and you're going between stations and between each show, each song, the Dolly Parton breaks, the Willie Nelson breaks. Like it's just a beautiful, beautiful project. I'm a huge fan.
It was a good country station. That's how country stations used to be. And I grew up in a time being able to go to my grandparents' house and that old-fashioned radio where you have to turn the knobs. Like, you have to be an 80s baby to understand.
You have to get it just right.
This album is phenomenal. And it's not just because I'm a part of the Beehive. Baby, no. I have to say, I am an album artist. I come from a generation in musical background that artists gave you complete bodies of work. Beyonce is an album artist. Everything is thought about. It's not just thrown together and thrown out there. She really, truly, this is her heart and soul. And that's why we receive it. To be number one all across the board in the globe, and to be the number one first Black woman to have a number one single and a number one album on the country charts. 16 carriages. Texas hold them down. But y'all know we love Bodyguard. JOSLYN.
That's the one.
Hey, hey, Queen Bee, Honey Bee. This is Dolly P and Queen Bee, Mama B. Tina, you Tina B.
Hey.
And Molly Cyrus.
This album is so fun. This album is super fun. Like, I feel like Beyonce really showed us what being snubbed at the Grammys looks like. Taking the whole entire opportunity to, make this a moment about herself. Even when she didn't even perform at the Super Bowl, she made the entire Super Bowl the Beyonce Super Bowl for the 3rd time. Unofficially, I would say. And I know Usher was mad because when he performed, I'm sorry, Usher, but she took all of your legendary spotlight. I think it should have been a different night. Whatever you said was right, because she sure did steal the spotlight just by breathing. But when she said she was going to drop music, 16 Carriages came out. They instantly had a mashup. I was like, oh, this song just was in rotation within milliseconds.
It was the Beyonce moment.
Oh,
at this point, February belongs to Beyonce. Yeah.
With Verizon. And before we get into all of the artists that are a part of this album, we have to say that because people are not talking about it, Beyonce made millions of dollars performing the year before Renaissance dropped in Dubai. And this year, all the millions of dollars that Verizon paid her to do that, and she dropped music. That was the flex of grand prize flexing, and nobody talks about it. So let's get into all of these artists that she has. Let's look at this: Dolly Parton, Willie Nelson, Miley Cyrus, Post Malone, which we love, Levi Jeans, and all the Black country artists that she has given a tribute to on this album to allow their sales and people to come and listen to a new genre, new artists, and just really get their foot into listening to country music because we have roots in it. I'm a big fan of country music. In fact, I love country music more than I do hip hop and R&B. Y'all better get into it.
Niko.
Best music.
I can't, but I support you and I support you.
Live instrumentation plays a huge role. Plus, if we think of the transition from gospel to country music, the bridge, there is a bridge there. In country music, there's a lot of testimony that is spoken. Like, you can't tell me. My mother used to listen to a lot of Dixie Chicks, and anytime she would listen to Dixie Chicks, I would be like, that's how I knew she was mad at her husband, is that she started playing the Dixie Chicks, because the Dixie Chicks didn't play. And I find there to be a bridge between gospel music. No. Hello. But there's a bridge between gospel music and country music. When you talk about testimony, live instrumentation, and chanting, when you think of the actual momentum that goes into a song for country, there's always a rise, there's a climax that happens in country music. So I can see that. I could definitely see there being more of an affinity for country and bluegrass than other songs, especially when we think of our genres of hip hop and R&B getting watered down. Like, we shouldn't have to have a resurgence of R&B. It should always be consistent if it's doing its job. But I digress.
And country music don't be calling women bitches and all these things. And then I love some hip hop and things, but I love a good cry. I love music that you can understand, the feeling, the emotions. For me, that doesn't come behind rap music, because Black men are built up to hide their emotions. And so it doesn't, songs I connect with music through feeling. Rap music don't give me that same feeling. I don't want to be hard and rough and want to fight and go out there and destroy and stuff. No, I want to sit back. I want to love. I want to sensual. I want to around. And that.
Right. They made that genre so emotional that it just seemed like anybody can take lead. And, you know, the history with Black people, we ain't no victims, child, okay? So we wasn't, you know, naturally gravitating towards country music like that. Not all of us. And I say that because it's so much easier for the others to get it going and get in that genre and make that genre all about them, how they've made, you know, God seem like he's not Black. However, bigger conversation, and we're going to quit right there. But my point in saying that was, Beyonce seriously. I'm sorry. Beyonce seriously gave us a run for our money. And when I heard the country album, I was just like, I was actually in inspection mode, because I'm like, now, what is this going to sound like? Is she going to be copying anybody? But seriously, it is such a fresh, new, slightly invigorating sound. You know what I'm saying? It kind of, it brings her entire brand together, because the only thing I think she's missing is a Destiny's Child reboot and a rock album. So we just waiting on them two, because she's killing it in country.
It's sacred. Point in
Come on now. Come on now.
Period.
Guys, let's talk about Beyonce winning the iHeartRadio Innovative Award this week. It was a phenomenal award, because she truly is the artist of our generation. And I have to say thank you so much, Beyonce Parkwood, again, for including me in your video montage. That was such a pleasant surprise.
Good.
Thank you, darling. What do y'all think?
I think that it was long overdue for Beyonce to be recognized as the innovator that she is. You're right. She should have gotten Artist of the Year, but I think that, and she also, you know, throws a little jab in the album about the validity of not being Artist of the Year. But I think that her getting the Innovative Award, especially receiving it from Stevie Wonder, who is an icon in his own right, 2 times, right? I find Beyonce to have received that to be very fitting, especially if we think of the last 3 years of what the work that Beyonce has done, recovering from an injury, going on a world tour, dropping 2 albums in 2 years. Like, she's done a lot for music. She's done a lot for the culture. And when I think of the work that she's done, even with this last album, with Renaissance, it meaning a return to self, a return to center, you know, I think she got a chance to return to the roots. When I think of what Cowboy Carter has done and will do for the industry, and already has done for the 4 budding young artists in country, Black artists in country, she is an innovator and she demands respect. Whether or not you give it, that's your all business, but you're going to respect her, you know? And so I find that innovator award to be very fitting. That's the most she's spoken to the public in so long. And she looked good.
Right.
Her body is bodying.
Amen. Come over, Sachi.
She looked so good. Yes.
What a superstar supposed to do, what these new artists need to learn from Beyonce. What would Beyonce do when you being artist?
Seriously.
Everything is thought about. Everything is meticulously thought about. And we appreciate that, because what we always say, Black women have to work 10 times as hard to get this much. And Beyonce is showing us exactly how hard you got to work to get this much. But we're going to segue on over to something even more new and exciting, but not more than Beyonce, is Cardi B and her new music and these bleached out brows, which I kind of think is a nod to Doja Cat, because Doja Cat was doing it before her. It's a trend. Everything in the industry is a trend, and Doja Cat was doing it first. And I'm always going to give a nod to whoever.
And they said she was crazy for it.
But Cardi looks sickening. I'm not going to take it away. Cardi looks sickening. I love the new music, Freestyle. My favorite song. What do you guys think? What do you think, Niko?
I love it. I think she looks so cute. I feel like the no eyebrow thing is coming back in. So the darker the eyebrow, you know, everything beauty is such a fashion statement. So like with the blown out lips, we're born with that. But everybody, of course, wants to, you know, go and get that. So we call Dr. Dorfin, right? So with the eyebrows, I feel like, you know, Doja Cat was giving it, and they were giving it well. And I feel like when artists do that, it brings out this very unique side of them, like that I don't think we would ever have seen if they would have, you know, especially the rap girls, because they're so rough and tough. I'd be scared of them. I'm like, girl, damn, relax. But she looks amazing.
It's edgy and not trying to be beautiful. It's very artsy. And so she's in that period that she's trying to be a little artsy and not just be beautiful, but still try to be beautiful and sexy at the same time. So you plan with everybody to get them to listen more. It's no different than what Beyonce doing now with country music. She has gotten a whole nother audience that would have never listened to her music before because of the hate and the color of her skin. Let's keep it real.
Yep.
I love Cardi's new look. I peeped when she did Balenciaga's show in December, and she came out with that powder blue coat and the pencil thin brows. I was like, is Cardi about to give us something? And she just kept hitting us with it. Now I will shout out Doja Cat. Doja Cat looks good with the bleach brows. I'm actually very much a fan of Doja Cat's like experimentation with her look and how she just jumps around with it. I'm a fan of it. But when I saw Cardi with it, Cardi has an attraction and affinity for fashion. She is gonna put it on, okay? No matter what, she gonna have that on, all right? And when she did the Balenciaga show, I think that was in California in December. When she did that show, she's in the powder blue with the pencil thin brows. It was striking. She has a very good structure, the way that they did her makeup, and she's been continuing to kind of capitalize on that look, kind of, you know, elevated a little bit when she did the pink brows, when she pulled out the yellow wig. Like, as she's elevating these looks, they're all coming together and coming to a point so that when she did drop her song, her freestyle, and the video are directed by her husband, she's elevating these looks. And in each of them, she's giving us brows, she's giving us bars, and she's giving us body. Okay? 3 B's.
But we want to say something, Cardi.
Okay.
We don't want to hear any more about your relationship. We don't want to hear any more about you breaking up or all those things. And then we turn around and we see you working together. Please shut up with your relationship. We don't want to hear any more about it. I'm sick of it. All I care about is your beauty and your style and your work. I don't want to hear no more about your family. Period. Period.
Keep the man. Just keep the man. You're not gonna leave him. Keep him. Okay?
Right. Nobody cares.
Hey, I will keep it around too, and let him know. Go get you another piece to be given. I'll leave you for some more good one.
Hello.
Exactly.
Hello.
All right.
She knows
we're gonna talk about the kids. The kids, the children, baby, the children of the corn is making a resurgence. And those children are celebrity kids. What do y'all think about Northwest Elementary School Dropout? Or Eris, T.I. and TONI's baby girl that is so talented. Oh, I cannot wait to see her evolution. She is one to watch. As well as Beyonce's fabulous children. Who do y'all think is the golden children of the era? And what do you think about the future of the kids?
Okay, Niko, you want to start? Because I was going to jump in. I was going to bounce in.
I do. I'm sorry. We just got to get this one out. I love it. I feel like, okay, so I was in a Lyft the other day and somebody was like, dang, have you heard the new Northwest song? I'm like, no. So he turns it on and I'm like, oh, this is good.
I love it here. We gonna take over the year for another year. It's your bestie, Miss Westy. Don't tryna test me. It's gonna get messy. It's gonna get messy. Just bless me. Bless me. It's your bestie, Miss Westy.
Your bestie, Miss Westy.
And I think I found a okay, yes, Miss Westy. I thought that was so cute. I mean, the nepotism at its finest is giving, please do it. Give this girl the spotlight. If y'all could do it, I know we can do it. Like, she's instantly a star. Blue is instantly a star. We're just waiting on Blue to get her record album. You know, we're letting the rest of the kids warm up the playground for us. And then when Blue gets her album, we'll see them in a little bit. Because she will be instantaneously competing with Willow Smith. Because she's one of the best kids that came out with some really good music. And I wouldn't say she would be competing. She would instantly be on Willow Smith's level. Just because she's already done a world tour with her mother, Beyonce. So, but no, Miss Westy, she's gonna get that life.
I want to give another shout out to an interesting child star, Brandy's daughter, Raya. Oh my gosh, she is so talented. I see her being what this country era is going to do. Is going to bring out children who know how to play instruments and sing acoustic and things of that nature. Y'all, that's one thing we're waiting for Beyonce. She need an MTV acoustic set with this Cowboy Carter. Baby, watch and see. Y'all heard it first here. She's going to give an acoustic set, and it's going to be another album. Watch me.
Ooh, that's a move right there.
Mm-hmm.
That is a move right there. I didn't even think about that. I was too busy thinking that the Act 3 was going to be an alternative rock album with Bjork, but you're right about this.
It won't be Act 3. It'll just be another drop.
It'll be just another drop. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about them having an acoustic version. I think when I think of the new generation, the younger generation coming out, y'all know I love me a good list. For Northwest, I think it's very cute and very fitting that she would do an elementary school dropout. I think that's very cute. I think it's very fitting. Go with it. Go for it. Do your thing. Eris, that voice, her ear, Eris's, T.I. and Tiny's daughter, Eris's ear is on another level. I heard her sing during the Christmas concert that got posted online. She has an ear. She is gifted, very gifted. On this song with Van Van, gifted. She has a beautiful voice. I know they didn't really have to do anything in the studio to make her sound great on that song with Van Van. Incredible voice.
You wanna be, yeah, I'm living proof, cause I'm living out my dream. Tell all them haters, get to step and let them leave. All we do is win, 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 best believe. You can be anything that you wanna be. Yeah, you a star, shine bright and let them see. Show it all my haters, they can't do it like me. All we do is win, 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 best believe.
When I think of Blue Ivy, I'm gonna just say it. With Blue Ivy's height, Blue Ivy needs to be in fashion. I need to see Blue Ivy on somebody's runway. She has the shoulders for it. She has the height for it. If she's already done a world tour, she'd be incredible on somebody's runway. That's where I want to see Blue Ivy. She could drop an album if she wanted to, sure. But honestly, I want to see Blue Ivy in fashion. I want to see somebody give her the look, do the thing. When she hits about 17, she will be ready for all of the
confidence even more.
Yes.
It's about grooming. The grooming of an artist starts with your look and your image, because you have to believe it to sell it in the mirror, to sell it to the audience to eat it up. It's just like Willow Smith. Look how beautiful Willow is. So y'all remember when they did that video and she was sitting at the bread table talking about, she was telling her father that these girls out here got butts and breasts and I'm just skinny and stuff. Look how beautiful she just looked at Paris Fashion Week in that denim.
Yep.
Oh my God, just strikingly beautiful. So it's everybody got to realize, if we'll tell y'all some tea right now, your time will come. Don't look at somebody else and what they have and what they're doing, because your moment will come and you will appreciate it more. So stop comparing yourself and only look towards your future.
Come on now.
We're going to move on to the rise of concerts. At this segment, we're going to call Walk That Walk. What do y'all think about this rising cost of concerts and the amount of concerts that's coming?
All right, somebody got to say it. All these tours is crazy. Every day when I wake up, I feel like it's a new tour announcement, a new lineup, a new date, a new pre-order link. We don't have it. Every time I feel like I make a decision, me and my wallet got to go back to being Tyra Banks, like only one of y'all can go through to the next round.
We physically cannot make these shows because most of these shows are happening within the same week. You talking about Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Who the hell could take off work like that? We are adults. We have jobs. We just cannot do that.
Every week somebody has dropped a tour this past month. We can't afford that. I'm sick of y'all. Slow down. And Beyonce, Giselle Knowles Carter, you better not. You better not.
Now, Beyonce, girl, don't you put out a concert, because we sick of it. Let us get through Christmas. We just now trying to get back from the strike.
All right. Hey, which is the last concert, okay?
Rick just ended this year.
It seemed like the album before just yesterday. Okay, so anyways, I think she should drop a little bit after Christmas so everybody can get their Christmas gifts, and that would be everybody's Christmas gifts. And I feel like this is an opportunity for her to get out of people's way, her to let people drop albums like people that we've been talking about on this show.
Usher.
You know what I'm saying? So, no shade for real. Okay, well, Usher just came out with one, didn't he?
He got a tour.
Oh, she needs to you dropping the tea. No. Usher, I would say Normani. I would say maybe Brandy should drop something real quick. I'm here to hear that. I'm here for that. And I think we spoke on this on the last episode. I don't think the Beyonce album to me is, grown on me yet. I got to keep listening to it. I've only heard it a couple of times and I'm in love with a few songs, whatever. And it's not R&B. But I feel like Ariana Grande gave us that R&B feeling that we need, because she's a microwave album, just like you were saying, Ink, about, the whole Normani thing and us talking about that. I think this album is truly a iconic microwave album. She's not going to tour. She's like, I'm going to just give y'all a sprinkle of what I'm doing. I'm going back to the Wiz, girl. I got to see y'all later.
This year, they're going to keep giving us concert after concert. Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla, I'll be there, just as a heads up. I'm going Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla on tour.
Yeah, that one's going to be a good one.
Okay.
That one's going to be good.
If Beyonce happens to give us a tour, I don't think she's going to do it this year because y'all know Beyonce she works, okay? She wants to make sure she has routines down, transitions down. She has so many albums and such a large body of work. She not just going to pull the same songs that she did from Renaissance. She's going to do the Cowboy Carter songs, and then she's going to pull songs that she didn't do from Renaissance. And that takes about at least a year for her to plan out. So I think Beyonce's tour is going to be next year. And I think she's going to announce it in like September, October, around the beginning of the school year. That's when she's going to announce it. But when I think about ticket prices, I saw a post that said people was going to concerts. Tickets was $31, $51, $60. These tickets are $300, $400, $500. SZA show, There were tickets for Scissor Show, 2 tickets, $1,900.
And y'all paid?
Y'all who? Okay? I'll be in the nosebleeds. I'll sing in the parking lot.
The only artist that are getting $1,000 out of me is Beyonce. She's the only person that's going to give you $1,000 worth a show. And I don't sit in the back. I sit in the front.
Now, what about...
Look, you sit in the front. You sit in the front because it's special invitations. This girl right here, this girl from Long Beach, I'm not on Beyonce's email list. I think she knows my email. So, we're gonna be in the parking lot. Okay? I got it. We'll hear it, okay? And when it echoes through the stadium and it comes over the walls, I hear it then. But $1,900 for tickets. I don't know who was doing the DOPE when they made those prices, but with all of these prices, and it makes you want to pick and choose. You go, okay, I'm gonna hit 2 concerts this year instead of doing my normal 8 concerts. I can't go see all my faves because rent is high, groceries is high, gas is high. The summer's coming up. Gas is about to be $6.
Right.
Okay.
If y'all are liking these concerts, drop us a cowboy hat or horse, or even
what
a cowboy book in the comments. Let us know what you think. Tell us, and we will answer any questions you would like. So we're going to move on to the power of the stylist. Because what is an artist without a fabulous stylist? And we have some of the best stylists in the industry. Colin, Carter, Jay Bolin, some to highlight. As well as we have the magazine was the Hollywood Reporter giving great stylists and artists their flowers. We had Cardi B. We had Domingo, to say the few. And along with some of my favorite stylists that I would like to highlight is Mikhail West, Ellie Jeffries, and Philip Donovan, who styles Chris Brown, some of my children from the House of Khan. I love to see ballroom children getting their flowers, styling some of the A-list celebrities at this point to be in their rightful place, because fashion and ballroom goes hand in hand and what they always have done. So I want to shout out to them and kudos, because y'all are up next and I'm going to be right there. And they styled me also for the BET Awards. Thank y'all. Okay. What you think?
Oh, the looks of this year, especially the ones that were highlighted in Hollywood Reporter. I said, oh, okay, Demi Moore, you coming out swinging, all right? You giving us space, you giving us looks. I think my favorite stylist of this year has to be Daniel Hawkins. What Daniel Hawkins did for Fantasia on the Color Purple press tour was just, Daniel understands her body and knows how to make her look incredible. The looks with the haircut, it just is a beautiful combination. I was reading the Hollywood Reporter article, and Asia Naomi King was talking about Bannerman and McDonald, her stylist. And there was a quote in there that I thought was really beautiful where she said, they want there to be a meaning, a story, a journey with how they style you, with ascension from event to event, carpet to carpet. That just speaks to how thoughtful stylists are and how integral they are to making memories for all of these moments. When people are thinking about moments in history, whether it's music, whether it's movies, media, the stylists are the reason why they're memorable. The stylists, nobody can tell me when I say J-Lo's iconic look, you know exactly what dress I'm talking about, because that's what the stylists do. That's the power of the stylist, okay? Shout out to the title of this segment. The power of the stylist is, I'm going to make this moment memorable. I'm going to make people remember you because I know your body, I know your look, and I know exactly how to make that lay on you so that when you show up, you are seen. Remember, the photographers are going to follow you around because I made you look good. So, yeah, the power of the stylist for sure.
But just like you were saying with Wayman them, they have done a phenomenal job with Taraji, with Domingo, with our golden girl of the hour, Divine Joy Randolph. Phenomenal all season, won all the awards. She, if I'm not mistaken, is not talked about, but I think she's the first Black woman in history to have swept award season and got a BAFTA. And we don't talk about it. but we need to put her name in the lights because she swept it. And her performance was phenomenal. Great movie. Phenomenal. If you haven't seen it, watch it. So we're going to move on to our next hot thing. What's the timeline? So guys, we're going to talk about the CBS developing its first Black daytime soap opera in 35 years. I'm going to start off with this right quick. Here we go. Them panhandling, and I have to say panhandling because that's the only thing they trying to do. Give us a little something. To Black folks, I don't know everything about this, but I'm going to say this. If Black people are not developing it, if they're not writing it, if they didn't come up with the concept and they don't own it, I don't want to see it. It's okay for us to be hired, but it's not okay for us to create. And we know that being creators, you are the ones that get the real money. Hire us on these white projects too and give us some of these big checks. We'll be happy. But I don't want to see no soap operas. That whole era is done up with. Who actually still watches it for real? What you think, Ink?
I mean, my grandmother was up watching General Hospital. Okay, so it was a lot of white people on my grandma's TV when I was a kid. All right. But I agree. Like, if you're not going to let us create, then it's not almost fair for us to partake in the drama. If we can't create dramas that are relevant to us, then don't put us in predicaments where y'all can basically cosplay us. That's what it feels like. It feels like we turn into caricatures when you want to create drama based on our identities, but not our actual stories. Let us have a part in creating that. I think that's a big issue that people have with Tyler Perry, is that Tyler Perry will create stories for Black people as a Black person and is very, strict about what those boundaries and those lines look like because of his value of Blackness in his creation. I think that if you're going to do a soap opera that stars Black people, let Black people be in the writer's room. Let Black people have creative integrity in it. Let us be architectures of our own story, of our own stories. But it ain't like my granny wasn't playing General Hospital faithfully in my childhood.
So, Ink, tell us what's on your timeline this week.
On my timeline, I know we talked a little bit about hip hop in the beginning, but on my timeline is the argument between the Kendrick fans and the J. Cole fans. This video has hit almost 1 million views in 20 hours, almost at 24 hours. I'm almost at 1 million views. My timeline is going crazy because of the rap beef between the rap girls, Kendrick and J. Cole. And at the same time, Glorilla and JT. I always say, as long as the rap beef stays in the booth, I'm okay. Okay, just keep it in the booth. Yeah, don't bring it to the streets. I don't want to see nobody on a t-shirt. I can't hear about another rapper dying. I can't do it. But keep it in the booth. Keep it cute. Okay, be an artist about it. Be an artist and be cute about it. But yeah, the girlies are going back and forth. JT and Glorilla, who, again, Glorilla's going on tour this year. And I will be there, okay, in attendance. And Kendrick and J. Cole, which is odd because they were very, very close in the beginning of their careers. That's my timeline. Hip hop is going off.
It's all about hip hop tonight, baby. But what's the timeline would be Rihanna. Her new Vogue cover in China, 2024. Her style, the creativity, Youssef Mugler did a phenomenal job styling her hair for this cover. She looked phenomenal. She's back. She's back. And a Pisces, fellow Pisces, sister, congratulations. We cannot see you come back to the fold after having a child, being yourself, feeling yourself, and filling the runway. Let's see it. Congratulations, Rihanna. Welcome back.
She looks so good. It's the little Japanese mirror and everything. She looks good. Oh, she looks so good. That's exactly what Rihanna wanted to do, was be a model. I'm like, girl, why you just didn't start there? Okay, well, I'm good now.
We have grabbed our cowboy hats and boots. So now we're going to head on off to the rodeo, boys and girls. And I want to make sure that we follow Ink at Ink Very Well and Niko at NK Brown. And you can follow me, Shannon Balenciaga. Special thanks to our executive producer, Fallon and Toni. our producer, Marvel, and editor, Carlos. See you guys next time on Culture Couture Podcast. Howdy, boys and girls.